Hello. As a certified ethical hacker and also cybersecurity professional, I know this is the time when hackers get really joyful because there are not many people who are monitoring the systems regularly, and we are not testing the systems. So it is easier for them to enter and penetrate through the systems and to create havoc. One such thing has happened recently is you might have heard. If you have not, I'll let you know. Someone has bombed a Zoom meeting, corporate Zoom meeting, and shared inappropriate images. Apparently, everyone is bit scared to go online, but we don't have any other choice but go online at this time. When you're online, this I tell everyone, as to my client, to everyone, you can secure as much as you can. Please do that and be careful and use your common sense. If you would not do it in the real life, either leave your house open or leave your windows open when you're away, then don't do that with your system. That's exactly what I tell my clients, and at the same time I don't stop them exploring these avenues. Zoom is one of the application, or a platform has become synonymous for online meetings lately. Yeah, they had a few incidents last year when they went to IPO, and they've had few other incidents which repeatedly as well. At the same time, governments and many organizations are using for communication. May not be for the secure communication, but most of the meetings and all of the things are happening via Zoom. That
Today,
is what
in this
this
video,
video
we are going to
is
see
going to
12
be.
things you need to do on your Zoom to have a secure meeting, online meeting. May it be just speaking with your family or corporate. But I am going to cover more corporate side of things. There are a few things which you can drop if you're going to speak to your family and friends. So let's dive in. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please do. I do share with you about growing your business, digital marketing tips, and growth hacking tips, and how to hack the algorithms and all of that. So please do subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And also like and comment if you've got any feedback or if you want me to cover one of those subjects. Thank you for considering to subscribe, and let's dive in. The very first tip. This is more common sense, but many of us don't do, or at least I've seen many don't think about this seriously. The first one is, do not share meeting details in public forum. I know it is common sense that we would not go and share our address on a Facebook, right, on a profile, or we won't put our bank details in the profile. But why would you do that to your own meeting? So the first one is, do not share meeting details in a public forum. You can set it as a PM if that's what, or personal message if that's what you want, or send it through an email. So the second tip is, do not allow unauthenticated user to attend meeting. This is a setting which you can do it on when you're. Number two, do not allow any unauthenticated user to attend meeting. If someone is not invited for a meeting, you would not allow them to come to a meeting, official meeting, would you? So it is better to authenticate them before they attend a meeting. Another thing this is a setting which you can set up when you are scheduling your meeting, and also you can set it up as general on your Zoom platform. So the third tip for you is encrypt data share settings on your Zoom account. It is for the third party tools, they say, but I always keep this on most of the time because it's easier when the data is being shared between forwards and backwards. as well. So okay, and this is again a setting which we would look at the later when I am sharing the screen to show you all these settings to set up. And the fourth one is disable join from browser link. What it does is it forces your user to download the Zoom app and then set it up on their system. Number one, it is browser link does not give you many options either. So it's better to download the app and join through the app. Joining through the app is a lot more secure than joining through the browser. This is where most of the shenanigans happen when someone has got hold of this and they join through the browser. There is no way to authenticate apart from IP address. That also many of them have got dynamic IP address, which is not going to get you anywhere. So it's better to not disable this option in your setting. Fifth one, disable feedback to Zoom. What it happens is when you finish, this is again a setting in your account, Zoom account, not for the meeting, it's more Zoom account settings. When you finish, Zoom asks whether the experience of this meeting was good or bad. It is like thumbs up and thumbs down icon. What you could do is you can disable. If you've got any problem with the meeting, just come back and then we can take it from the support route to the Zoom meeting. That's how I set my rules as well. When the experience of the meeting is not good, they come to the host and host takes up from there. Sixth tip, do not allow file share. There is an option on the chat when you're having a Zoom meeting that you can share your file, PDF, Word document. For a minute I forgot there, a Word document or your pictures. Again, disable this. If you're going to join the meeting, it is better for them either send via email or if it's a family, they can send it through text messages or other way of sharing the message. So that is the sixth tip or sixth thing you must do. And do not allow screen share of the participants. This is not about host. So if they want to share, this doesn't happen for the family meeting or other meeting settings, but it happens more corporate or non-profit organization when they are using Zoom. Do not allow screen share. What you could do is a host has got screen share anyway, so he or she can send, the participant can send the PowerPoint or anything which they would like to share, and they can give it to the host and they can share those details. That way it's all safe. Only one person has got the control of this. This is the most important one, auto generate your meeting ID. This is more for when you set up the meeting. When you set up the meeting, it'll ask you whether to use personal ID or auto-generate meeting ID. Anyway, meeting ID automatically. So use generate meeting ID automatically feature when you're scheduling your meeting. Ninth tip is set passwords for all meetings. It doesn't matter whether you're using personal ID or instant meetings or scheduled meeting, set password. And do not embed the password in the URL when you're sending the invitation, because it's another level of authentication as well. If they are putting the password in, that means no one had taken the URL. It's better to send the password separately, but that doesn't allow the Zoom doesn't allow that. So you better be careful on how you authenticate. So please do not embed your password in the URL. let them type it in. It's a 6-digit password, they cannot forget. So number 10, do not let participants join meeting automatically. You have to mute their video, you have to mute their audio when they are joining. If they've forgotten, some people who are well versed with online meeting, they always put that off, and then they come on, they see people, and then they switch it on. That's how I do it. That's how I recommend all my clients do it. So it is better not to let participant join without muting the videos and audio. You can even start with your video off as well, video and audio off as well. Once you come to the meeting, and you can start talking. When you're walking to a meeting room, you don't keep talking, do you? So that's the same thing apply to online one as well. And the 11th one, which I've got, is do set rules for meetings. If you're a corporate, set the meeting, at least be decent for the meeting. Don't let your kids, if they are playing, if they don't want to be allowed. Every now and then, kids, you can't control them. They just come on. It's one of those videos which we see repeatedly when BBC journalist is having, or an expert is having a conversation. That video has been viral for many reasons. What I would suggest is have certain rules saying don't follow it strictly. Their virtual background should be clean, or at least not without clutter, that they're not sitting in the toilet room and having the meeting. They are relatively quiet space, the Wi-Fi is good, and those conditions and those rules makes it a lot easier for people. If you've got a virtual background set up, so give them, that is the only picture they could use. So in their virtual background, if they've got that one blank screen, which they can choose and put this on. So you've got to give them the training on that one as well. This is kind of last rule, setting the rules. But when you watch the screen share next, you would see there are a few other tips which I've shared with you there as well. Please watch till the end, and please give me your feedback. Hello everyone, let's see how to schedule a meeting. You go click schedule a meeting, and then you go into your meeting. Once you've put in all the details, this is where I generate automatically and require meeting password. So you've set all of that up, and I would take video off if you want. If not, just leave them on. And my main thing is only authenticated users can join. At this point, they need to be signed in Zoom. That is the safety feature which I have got. So I just click save. Once I've clicked the save, I would go and save this as a template. Once you've got, then you can go into meetings and click for save. Click at the meeting. So once that is done, you save that as a meeting template. I do my test meeting or my meeting template, which would be my thing. So I save this as a template, so that at future, if I want to set another meeting, it would be a lot easier for me to create and not forget any of the settings. So I'll go do the meeting template. You can create and give it to others in your team as well, to whenever they are setting up the templates. So that is, I'm going to go delete my meeting which I set it up. So delete the meeting. Once I've deleted, I am going to go into settings. Once I'm in settings, this is where the majority of things happen. So you go set this up. Once you've set this up, it's for the account level. So it's all of this is being set up, right? You cannot enable that. Those are the grade ones are not enabled. See, when you've got blue one on, that means it's on. So only authenticated users can join the meeting. So I am going to set that up so it will go ask them to join the Zoom that way. I am going to set this up here, and I'm also going to set it up in the meeting. So you've got to do it in both the settings. This you've got to do only once, whereas the other one you've got to do it repeatedly. That's why I save it as a template. So enable embed the password in the one. I would take that off because you don't want to send. They've got to give the participants, have to put in their password. So you can mute the participants upon the entry. You can just take that off. It's not much needed. In the meeting basics, you can do the encryption settings and all of that. So I would not allow anyone to do this chat saving, because if they are sharing their personal details in the chat during the meeting, I would rather not anyone save those details because of GDPR and other things, and also for the security purpose. So once I have done that, and I also just set up so that participants only host hears who is coming and who is going. And this next is file transfer. I won't let anyone to transfer the file. If they want, they should have done it before the meeting. And also feedback to Zoom, I would take that off. Let me cancel this again, and I'll tell you what it means by this. Is end of the meeting, it asks for the how good your experience is, good or bad. It's just an icon. It is not needed. This detail is being sent to Zoom automatically, so I would just take that off, because I'm not bothered. If the experience is not good, they'll come back to me as a meeting host, and they can do that. Will be part of my rules. And also allow the host only to share the screen. This is most important, the screen sharing. All participants is being taken off. Once I've done that, I also do the disable screen share, desktop screen share and stuff, because it is easier for people to share the whole desktop, and I don't want to take responsibility of people not closing their browser windows or tabs. So I just do that one, I disable it, and then I do the annotation whiteboard. You can't, you don't, it depends on the safe chat. So if there are someone demonstrating something, not many use it in the meetings, you can take that off as you did for the save. And I would take the remote control off. I won't give access to anyone giving the screen share anyway. That's not there. And one other thing which I would do again is this one, the far end camera control. I would take that off. I don't give anyone controlling my camera on or off. So that is another thing. And then I will take the virtual background off as well. Once I've done all of that, I would go and allow go and check waiting rooms has been ticked off, and show join from browser link. This I would not show in my meeting, because I don't want anyone joining from the browser. That's when most of the shenanigans happen. So I would just take that off. Anyone and everyone who's joining me should have their meeting, the app downloaded. Hope that screen share was detailed enough for you, and you were able to follow it to set up your Zoom setting as secure as possible. If you like this video, please do drop a comment, or if you've got any feedback, please do let me know. I will put my email down in the description as well. So the next one is, if you think any of your friends or associates would like to watch this video, or you think they need to know, please do share this with them as well. Sharing is caring, isn't it? So when you're online, you are prone to hackers. It is of best interest for us to make sure that our meeting is secure. whenever we go online, or teaching online, or whatever you're using Zoom for. And it's same applies with the house as well. You won't just leave the house open just because it's your house. No one will enter. No, that's exactly what you've got to do on your online meeting as well. Until next time, thank you very much, and please do subscribe if you have not already, and share this video.